Maria slammed the locker door shut, her knuckles white against the cold metal, as the hallway erupted in cruel laughter. "Freak! Go kiss your mirror, dyke." Jenna's voice sliced through the air like a blade, her posse of cheerleaders flanking her like loyal hounds. Tears stung Maria's eyes, but she bit her lip, refusing to break. Not here, not in front of them. Maria Thompson had always known she was different, but in the conservative suburbs of Dallas, Texas, back in the early 2000s, that difference was a target painted on her back. High school was supposed to be about football games, prom dresses, and first crushes, but for Maria it was a battlefield. Jenna Hargrove, the queen bee with her perfect blonde ponytail and captain's cheer uniform, made sure of that. It started innocently enough, a whispered rumor after Maria was caught staring too long at a girl in gym class. But Jenna turned it into a crusade. "Lesbo alert!" she'd shout across the cafeteria, her words echoing like gunfire. Notes stuffed in Maria's locker. "Fairy wants a girlfriend? Try the boys' locker room." The pranks escalated. Fake love letters from girls, signed with lipstick kisses, left for teachers to find. Maria's grades plummeted. She skipped classes, feigning illness to escape the torment. Her parents, devout Baptists, didn't understand. "Just pray it away, honey," her mom would say, eyes averted. Dad buried himself in work, pretending the problem didn't exist. Maria felt utterly alone, her heart a raw wound that no one seemed willing to heal. One afternoon, after a particularly vicious incident where Jenna and her friends cornered Maria in the bathroom, splashing her with water from the sinks while chanting slurs, Maria hit her breaking point. She ran home, locked herself in her room, and stared at the mirror, hating the reflection staring back. "Why me?" she whispered, tears streaming. That night, she confided in her journal, pouring out her fears and the budding realization of her sexuality. But even that sanctuary was violated when Jenna somehow got hold of it, stolen from her backpack, pages photocopied and plastered on bulletin boards. The school administration called it teen drama, suspending Maria for causing disruption, while Jenna got a slap on the wrist. Maria's world shattered. She transferred schools mid-junior year, moving in with her aunt in Austin to finish high school away from the nightmare. Graduation came as a relief, but the scars lingered. College at UT Austin offered a fresh start. Maria dove into literature and women's studies, finding solace in books about queer icons like Audre Lorde and Virginia Woolf. She dated tentatively, her first kiss with a girl named Lisa under the stars at a campus poetry reading. But trust was fragile. Every relationship carried the echo of Jenna's cruelty. Years blurred into decades. Maria built a life in New York City, the ultimate escape from Texas conservatism. By her mid-30s, she was a successful editor at a progressive publishing house, specializing in LGBTQ+ memoirs. Her apartment in Brooklyn was a cozy haven of bookshelves and abstract art, shared with a cat named Wolf. Dating had been sporadic. A few serious girlfriends, but nothing that stuck. Maria had learned to guard her heart, the high school trauma a shadow that whispered doubts in quiet moments. Then, at a book launch party in Manhattan, she met Selah Hargrove. Selah was a vision, short wavy auburn hair, piercing green eyes, and a laugh that filled the room like sunlight. She was an artist, her paintings vibrant abstracts that captured emotion in swirling colors. They bonded over a shared love of Frida Kahlo, Selah's voice soft and engaging as she described her latest exhibit. "Art is about vulnerability," Selah said, sipping her wine. "Exposing the raw parts of yourself." Maria felt a spark, an unfamiliar warmth. They exchanged numbers and soon coffee dates turned into walks in Central Park, where autumn leaves crunched underfoot. Selah was everything Maria hadn't known she needed, kind, empathetic, with a quiet strength that made Maria feel seen. Their conversations delved deep. Selah shared stories of her nomadic childhood, moving from state to state with her military family, always the new kid. Maria opened up about her love for words, how editing stories helped her make sense of her own. There was an ease between them, a natural rhythm. One evening, as they sat on a bench overlooking the Hudson River, Selah reached for Maria's hand. "I feel like I've known you forever," she murmured. Maria's heart raced. She leaned in, their lips meeting in a soft, tentative kiss. It was electric, a promise of something real. But as their relationship blossomed, little details nagged at Maria. Selah's last name, Hargrove, sounded familiar, but she brushed it off. They spent weekends exploring the city. Brunch in the village, gallery hops in Chelsea. Sela's art studio became their sanctuary, where Maria would read aloud while Sela painted. Intimacy grew, not in rushed passion, but in shared vulnerabilities, late-night talks about dreams and fears. Maria began to imagine a future, one where the past didn't haunt her. Yet cracks appeared. Sela avoided talking about her family, changing the subject when Maria asked. "They're complicated," she'd say with a shrug. Maria respected her boundaries, but curiosity grew. One rainy afternoon, while helping Sela unpack old boxes in her studio, Maria found a photo album. Flipping through, she froze. There, in a faded high school picture, was Jenna Hargrove, cheer uniform and all, arm around a younger girl who looked strikingly like Sela. "That's my sister," Sela said casually, entering the room. Maria's blood ran cold. "Jenna? Your sister is Jenna Hargrove." The name tasted like poison. Sela's eyes widened. "Yeah, why? Do you know her?" Maria dropped the album, memories flooding back like a tidal wave. The bullying, the isolation, it all connected. Sela was the bully's sister. Betrayal stung sharp and deep. "How could you not tell me?" Maria whispered, voice breaking. Sela reached out, but Maria pulled away. "I didn't know. What happened?" But Maria was already out the door, rain mixing with her tears as she fled into the storm. The revelation hit Maria like a freight train, derailing the fragile happiness she'd built with Sela. That night, alone in her Brooklyn apartment, she paced the floor, Wolf the cat watching with curious eyes. How had she missed the signs? The shared Texas roots, the vague family stories, it all screamed connection. Maria's mind replayed every moment with Sela, searching for deceit. Was this some twisted joke? A setup orchestrated by Jenna? Paranoia crept in, fueled by old wounds. She ignored Sela's calls, the voicemails pleading for explanation. "Maria, please talk to me. I don't understand what's going on." But understanding required confronting the past, and Maria wasn't ready. Instead, she threw herself into work, editing manuscripts until her eyes blurred. Her boss noticed the dark circles, the distracted demeanor. "Take a day off, Maria. You look like hell." But time off meant thinking, and thinking meant pain. A week later, Sela showed up at Maria's office, flowers in hand, a bouquet of sunflowers, Maria's favorite. "We need to talk," Sela said, her voice steady but eyes rimmed red from crying. Reluctantly, Maria led her to a nearby cafe, the hum of New York traffic a buffer against the intensity. Over lukewarm coffee, Maria unleashed the story. The bullying, the slurs, the isolation Jenna had inflicted. Sela listened, horror etching her features. "Oh God, Maria. I had no idea. Jenna. She was always the golden child, but I knew she could be mean. We weren't close, 5 years apart, different worlds." Sela explained her side. A rebellious teen who escaped to art school in California, distancing herself from her conservative family. "I came out as bi in college. Jenna cut me off for years. Said I was following trends." Maria's anger softened, replaced by a complex swirl of empathy and hurt. "Why didn't you mention her?" Sela sighed. "Because she's toxic. I didn't want her shadow on us." They parted with a tentative hug, but trust was fractured. As weeks passed, they navigated the fallout. Dates became therapy sessions, unpacking baggage. Sela shared her own scars. A controlling father. A mother who enabled Jenna's behavior. "I envied her confidence but hated her cruelty." Maria admitted her fears. "I thought you knew that this was revenge." Laughter returned slowly and shared jokes about Texas stereotypes, big hair, bigger egos. But drama loomed. Jenna, now a real estate agent in Dallas, re-entered the picture via a surprise call to Sela. "Heard you're dating some woman from high school." "Maria Thompson? The one I used to tease." Jenna's tone was casual but laced with malice. Sela confronted her. "Tease? You bullied her, Jen. Destroyed her." Jenna laughed it off. "Kid stuff. Tell her to get over it." The call ended in shouts, Sela slamming the phone. She told Maria everything, transparency their new vow. But Jenna wasn't done. Social media posts appeared, subtle digs at old flames reigniting, tagging mutual acquaintances from Texas. Whispers reached Maria's circle. Friends asked probing questions. The betrayal deepened. Jenna was sabotaging from afar, turning their love into gossip fodder. High drama erupted at Selah's art exhibit opening in Soho. Maria attended, proud of Selah's new series, inspired by their relationship, canvases bursting with colors of renewal. But midway through, Jenna arrived uninvited, flown in on a whim. "Surprise, sis," she announced, air-kissing Selah. Spotting Maria, her smile turned predatory. "Well, if it isn't little Maria. All grown up and still playing for the other team." The room hushed. Guests sensed the tension. Maria's face flushed, old humiliation surging. Selah stepped between them. "Leave, Jenna. You're not welcome." Jenna feigned innocence. "Just here to support family and catch up with old friends." Words escalated. Jenna accused Maria of seducing Selah for revenge, twisting the narrative. "You always were dramatic, Maria. Using my sister to get back at me." Maria, voice trembling but firm, retorted, "I loved you once, Jenna, not like that, but as a classmate. You broke me. But Selah? She's healing me." The confrontation peaked when Selah grabbed Jenna's arm, escorting her out. "We're done." Blood doesn't excuse cruelty. Guests applauded awkwardly. The night salvaged by Selah's poise. In the aftermath, Maria and Selah's bond deepened. They sought therapy together, a couples counselor in Brooklyn helping unpack the family drama. Maria learned to forgive, not Jenna but herself for carrying the shame. Selah cut ties permanently, blocking Jenna's number. Romance reignited. Picnics in Prospect Park, where they fed ducks and dreamed of travel. Paris, Selah mused. Or Rome. Somewhere far from Texas ghosts. Maria smiled, her heart lighter. But conflict simmered internally. Maria questioned if love built on shared pain could last. Doubts whispered during sleepless nights. Was Selah a rebound from trauma? One evening, over homemade pasta, Maria voiced it. "What if we're just trauma bonded?" Selah set down her fork, eyes earnest. "No. We're soul bonded. Jenna's shadow made us stronger." They kissed, a seal of commitment. Yet, the story wasn't over. Life's twists loomed, testing their resolve further. As winter blanketed New York in snow, Maria and Selah's relationship entered a honeymoon phase. The drama with Jenna fading like footprints in fresh powder. They nested in Selah's larger apartment in the East Village, merging lives. Maria's books mingling with Selah's easels. Mornings were lazy, coffee in bed, discussing everything from politics to favorite films. Selah introduced Maria to her artist friends, a vibrant queer community that embraced them. At a holiday party, they danced under string lights, bodies close, the world shrinking to just them. "I love you," Selah whispered during a slow song. Maria's reply was a kiss, deep and affirming. For the first time, Maria felt whole. Her sexuality not a burden but a beautiful truth. But shadows crept back. Maria's work demanded travel. A book tour to promote an anthology of queer voices. In Chicago, amid signings and panels, she met Elena, a charismatic author with a magnetic presence. Elena's stories mirrored Maria's. Bullying, self-discovery, triumph. They bonded over late-night drinks, Elena's flirtations subtle but persistent. "You're inspiring," Elena said, hand-brushing Maria's. Temptation stirred. A fleeting attraction born of shared history. Maria pulled back, loyal to Selah but guilt gnawed. Back home, she confessed over dinner. "It was nothing, but I felt something." Selah's face crumpled, hurt flashing. "Do you want out?" The question hung heavy. They argued, voices rising. Selah accused Maria of emotional infidelity. Maria defended it as a momentary lapse. "I'm human, Selah. But I choose you." Tears flowed, reconciliation and embraces. Yet seeds of doubt planted. External pressures mounted. Maria's parents, long estranged, reached out via email. "Heard about your lifestyle. We miss you." Curiosity drew Maria to Dallas for a visit, Selah by her side. The reunion was tense. Mom's forced smiles, Dad's awkward questions. "This your friend?" he asked, eyeing Selah. "Girlfriend," Maria corrected firmly. Silence fell, then judgment. "We prayed you'd outgrow it," Mom said. Selah defended. "Love isn't a phase." The visit ended in slammed doors, Maria's heart aching anew. On the flight back, Selah held her. Family isn't always blood. But the trip unearthed old insecurities. Maria withdrew, burying herself in work. Selah felt the distance, her art suffering. Canvases unfinished, colors muted. Betrayal struck unexpectedly. Selah, seeking closure, secretly contacted Jenna. "I need to understand why," she texted. Jenna responded eagerly, spinning tales. "Maria was obsessed with me in school. Jealous. That's why I teased her." Lies, but Selah, vulnerable, listened during a covert call. "She's using you to hurt me," Jenna claimed. Selah didn't believe it fully, but doubt festered. When Maria discovered the call logs, fury erupted. "You went behind my back?" To her. Selah defended. "I wanted peace for us. But trust shattered." "This feels like betrayal," Maria said, packing a bag. She crashed with a friend, the separation a chasm. Days blurred into anguish. Maria's texts unanswered, Selah's studio silent. Friends mediated, urging reconciliation. "Love like yours is rare," one said. The climax came at a mutual friend's wedding in the Hamptons. Maria attended alone, heart heavy. Selah appeared, elegant in a flowing dress. Their eyes met across the ceremony, emotions raw. During the reception, under starlit skies, they confronted. "I was wrong," Selah admitted. "Fear made me stupid." Maria nodded. "And I pushed you away." Tears mingled with kisses, forgiveness a balm. But drama peaked when Jenna crashed via video call to the bride. Her distant cousin spewing venom. "That dyke duo ruining the family?" Guests gasped, the call cut. Humiliated, Maria and Selah left together, united against the toxicity. In the car, Selah vowed, "No more secrets. Just us." Maria agreed, their bond reforged in fire. Healing began slowly. They attended pride events, marching hand in hand, symbols of resilience. Maria wrote an essay about her journey, published to acclaim. Selah's art flourished. A new series titled Sisters in Shadow. Abstracts exploring familial betrayal and love's triumph. Their relationship deepened with intention. Date nights, therapy, small gestures like notes left in lunch bags. "You're my home," Maria whispered one night, curled in Selah's arms. Yet life's unpredictability loomed. A job offer for Selah in Los Angeles, promising galleries but distance. "Come with me," she asked. Maria hesitated, her career rooted in New York. Conflict brewed. Stay or go. Debates turned heated, fears of abandonment surfacing. "Don't make me choose," Maria pleaded. Selah softened. "We choose together." The job offer hung over them like a storm cloud, forcing Maria and Selah to confront their future. Los Angeles beckoned with promise. Sunny studios, Hollywood connections, but New York was Maria's anchor, her publishing world a hard-won empire. "We can make it work," Selah urged over breakfast, maps spread on the table. "Long distance at first, then you join." But Maria saw pitfalls. Time zones, temptations, the Elena incident still fresh. "What if we drift?" Arguments ensued, passionate and tearful. Selah accused Maria of clinging to the past. Maria countered with Selah's impulsiveness. Friends weighed in. Love adapts. Therapy sessions dissected fears. Maria's abandonment issues from bullying, Selah's from family instability. Progress came in compromises. Visits planned, video calls scheduled. But tension simmered, testing their resilience. Amid this, a ray of light. Maria's essay went viral, sparking invitations to speak at conferences. At one in San Francisco, she shared her story. Bullying to love, audience moved to tears. Selah flew out, surprising her with flowers backstage. "Proud of you," she said, kiss sealing support. The trip reignited spark. Exploring Golden Gate Park, hand in hand, dreaming aloud. "LA could be our adventure," Selah mused. Maria warmed to the idea, envisioning a bicoastal life. But betrayal lurked. Unbeknownst, Jenna, monitoring social media, contacted Maria's boss anonymously. "Your editor's personal drama is unprofessional." Rumors spread at work. Maria faced scrutiny. "Is this true?" her superior asked. Maria denied involvement, but damage done, promotion delayed. Furious, she confronted Selah. "Your sister's at it again." Selah, appalled, called Jenna. "Stop this madness." Jenna's retort. "You chose her over family. Pay the price." The call ended in finality. Selah disowned her sister forever. Empowered, they fought back. Maria documented harassment, filing a report. Selah blocked all family ties. Unity strengthened them. Deciding together, Selah turned down LA. You're my priority. Maria, touched, proposed a compromise. A sabbatical for both, traveling Europe. Paris first, she said, echoing earlier dreams. Plans bloomed. Tickets booked, itineraries mapped. Excitement replaced conflict. But life threw a curveball, Maria's health scare. A routine checkup revealed a lump. Biopsy pending. Fear gripped them. What if? Maria whispered in the waiting room. Selah held her. We'll face it together. Days of anxiety, Selah's art outlet. Sketches of Maria. Capturing strength. Results benign. Relief washed over, deepening gratitude. You were my rock, Maria said. Intimacy returned, not physical rush but emotional depth. Shared baths, whispered affirmations. As spring thawed New York, their love matured. They volunteered at LGBTQ+ youth centers, mentoring teens facing bullying. Your story saves lives, a kid told Maria. Selah's exhibits featured collaborative pieces. Maria's words inscribed on canvases. Community embraced them. Pride parades where they waved flags, symbols of hope. Yet, internal drama persisted. Maria struggled with forgiveness. Dreams haunted by Jenna's face. Therapy unearthed. Anger holds you back. Selah encouraged release. A ritual burning of old letters. Flames consumed the past. Ashes scattered in the Hudson. Free, Maria breathed. Selah shared her own guilt. I should have protected you sooner. Tears bonded them closer. High tension peaked at a family reunion Selah couldn't avoid. Her aunt's funeral in Texas. Maria accompanied, steeling for confrontation. Jenna attended, eyes daggers. Whispers circulated. The sinners are here. At the wake, Jenna cornered them. Ruining Auntie's memory? Selah snapped. Your hate ruins everything. Maria intervened calmly. We've moved on. You should too. Jenna's facade cracked, tears admission. I was jealous. You were brave. I was scared. A fragile truce formed, not friendship but understanding. Back in New York, reflection deepened. People change, Selah said. Maria nodded. Or we change how we see them. With wounds healing, they dreamed bigger. Maria pitched a book co-authored with Selah. A memoir art fusion on love's redemptions. Publishers bit. Advance secured. Celebrations. Dinner at their favorite Italian spot. Toasts to futures. To us, Maria said, ring clinking. Selah smiled mysteriously. Later, in Central Park, under blooming cherry blossoms, Selah knelt. Marry me. A simple ring sparkled. Maria, tears joyful. Yes. Embrace sealed, world applauding. Planning ensued. Intimate ceremony, friends as witnesses. But doubts whispered, marriage's weight, past's echoes. Ready? Selah asked. Maria affirmed. With you always. Wedding preparations infused their lives with joy. A counter to past dramas. Venue. A quaint Brooklyn garden, flowers in rainbow hues. Invites sent to chosen family. Queer friends, supportive colleagues. Maria's parents declined politely. Selah's absent entirely. Their loss, they agreed. Dress fittings, cake tastings, mundane magic. But conflict arose. Media interest in their story sparked by the book deal. Interviews requested. Privacy invaded. Do we share? Maria pondered. Selah. Our truth empowers. They agreed selectively. Articles highlighting resilience over scandal. Jenna surprisingly sent a card. Wishing you well. Skepticism lingered but acceptance grew. The big day dawned sunny, nerves fluttering. Maria in ivory lace, Selah in tailored suit, elegant, authentic. Vows exchanged under an arch of vines. From pain to passion, you've been my light, Maria said. Selah. In your eyes I found home. Ring slipped on, kiss sealing forever. Reception buzzed. Toasts, dances, cake smeared playfully. A quiet moment on the sidelines. We did it, Maria whispered. Selah nodded. Against all odds. Honeymoon in Italy, Rome's ruins, Venice's canals cemented bliss. Lazy days exploring, nights stargazing. No more shadows, Selah murmured. Back home, life settled into rhythm. Book released to acclaim. Echoes of love top charts, reviews praising raw emotion. Tours followed, sharing stages, hands linked. Impact rippled. Letters from readers. You gave me hope. Mentoring expanded. They founded a scholarship for queer youth. Personal growth continued. Maria reconciled with parents via calls, boundaries set. Love you as you are, Mom eventually said. Selah painted a family portrait, them with wolf, symbolizing chosen kin. Yet life's tests persisted. A year in, Selah faced artist's block, doubts creeping. Am I enough? Maria reassured. You're everything. Support reciprocal. When Maria's promotion came, Selah cheered loudest. Intimacy evolved. Adventures like hiking Appalachians, where they camped, stories shared by firelight. Remember when? Laughter erased pains. Decades' reflection brought closure. At 40, Maria revisited Dallas, Selah beside. Old school toured. Halls echoed memories. I survived, Maria said. A chance encounter. Jenna at a cafe, aged by time. Awkward chat. I'm sorry, Jenna admitted. Therapy helped. Maria forgave. We all grow. Parting amicable, weights lifted. Their story, once fractured, became whole. A tapestry of drama, betrayal, and redemption. Love wasn't perfect but profound. In quiet evenings curled together, they knew. From bullying's ashes rose something beautiful. A legacy of humanity, proving hearts heal, love endures. And in America's vast landscape, two women found their forever, surprising everyone, including themselves.